Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek, I am Penge, and welcome to the Sapling, which is a game all about life and evolution, where we get to design our own plants and our own animals, put them in a world and see whether they survive. So we build this ecosystem, a delicate balance between plant and animal, and then we see if it all works and everything thrives and goes on to grow and be wonderful, or whether it all goes wrong and everything dies out. I think it sounds like a lot of fun. I am intrigued to see whether we can build an ecosystem that works. It's due to be released into early access on the 12th of December, which is tomorrow as I record this, so expect all the normal early access stuff like bugs and glitches and all that kind of stuff. If you're interested, there is a link to the Steam store page in the video description below, and we got our hands on this a little bit early thanks to the developer, which is very kind of you, so thank you developer, that's very lovely indeed. Without any further ado, I think let's just have a go at making a thriving ecosystem. Okay, so at present we have to work our way through the scenarios. There is a sandbox down here, but it's sort of greyed out. I imagine we might have to complete at least one or more of the scenarios. But that's fun. We'll go and do the beginner thing. So we'll go and do the island. In this beginner scenario, you learn to tame plants. Well, that sounds marvellous. Let's go to the island. Scenario end goal. Make sure that one species with branches survives a century before the year 1000. Oh my goodness me, a lot of time is going to pass in this game. Okay, so we've got 1,000 years to make sure that we generate a species with branches that can live for 100 years. Okie doke, right, let's go. And here we go, and this is the core mechanic, I would say, of the sapling. This is where we get to design life. So this is obviously a plant, so we get to design the plant. So this is the sticky up bit out of the ground, and then there's a root bit which goes into the ground, and there we go, authentic plant terminology right there. So what we want to do is, at the moment this plant has no means of reproducing, so if we were to put it down somewhere it would grow, but then it would just die out eventually. It would probably get some energy and it would be fine and it would live, but eventually, it would die out because this sort of thing happens, entropy happens, and it would just die out without reproducing, and then it would all be very sad. So what we need to do is we need to drag some stuff up here. So this is going to grow some fruit. So we drag it over and a little kind of stubby thing appears. So we can then say, okay, well, grow some fruit there. And then a little sort of arm appears, and then a fruit will pop out, which is very exciting. So then we can see down here, it's using some energy. It's got an energy profit, which is quite exciting. And it needs that much energy to make some fruit. So that is now expected to grow some fruit. There we go. So expected one little fruit will come out of this. Now, could we do something else with it? Can we put another fruit on the other side? Would that work? Can we make it like a little sort of... Oh, look at that. That looks nice. It looks like someone carrying some shopping bags. There we go. So we can have it like that. So I think that's quite a good idea. And then this thing has also started flashing on and off. Ah, right. Okay. So this is, what is this? Some sort of leaves, one assumes. Ah, maybe this is branches. Maybe this is branches. Okay. Let's put some branches on then, shall we? So let's put them, I'm not really sure. One there. Okay, yeah, let's put one there. I mean, it does look like a little person now. It looks like a little tiny sort of person. Put some eyes up there. It looks like a little person with their arms sticking out. Okay, we'll have one there, and we'll have one there. And we'll have, Joe, what? Why not? Let's just do that. Let's just have that, shall we? Let's see if that works. So that will now grow 2 fruits because it's got these things to catch more energy, I guess. So yeah, energy profit. That must mean how much energy it's getting. So it's using that much energy to grow those 2 fruits. But it's because we put these extra bits on, which, are catching the light and all that kind of stuff, it's then going to generate lots of energy for this plant, and it only needs that much for fruit. So yeah, so it's not really using much energy for anything else. I mean, could we add another fruit onto it? Could we add a fruit up there? So it looks like its sort of head. It looks like a little. It looks like a penguin. It looks like a little sort of crazy penguin. But there we go. Do you know what? That'll do. Let's have a go with that, show. So yes, we have created something. I don't really know what, but there we go. Can we do anything with the roots? I don't think we can do anything with the roots right now. We've just got, we get to play around with the green bit that sticks above the ground. Okay, right. I am ready. Let us see what we can do. Okay, so there's a little island, which is the name of the sort of scenario we're in. So we're going to zoom in, and then we just put our plant down, do we? So we are introducing the species Laibab. Oh, okay, so this is what our little plant is called, is it? This is the Laibab. Okay, how many Laibabs do we want to put down? I guess we don't want to put too many down, because they might be all competing for what little resources there are. Okay, can we put them all the way over here? Ah, no, we can't put them on the side of the island. Okay, fine. We'll put one over here. Over here might look a little bit barren, so we'll chuck a couple over that way. Okay, that might be good. I think that might be enough. There we go. That looks good. Hang on, there's a gap in the middle. There we go. Fill that gap in and put one there and maybe one there and one there. There we go. Right. Many plants. So the temperature is 10 degrees. There's not much wind strength. There's a lot of groundwater, yes, because there's an island. And it is soft and it will survive here. Okay, that's quite good. So now we just press ready. So your first milestone, the first step toward every scenario's end goal is to create a plant that can survive in your lands without any help. Okay, well, I think we've done that because it said will survive here. So now we need to make sure that a species has been alive for a century. So, okay, fine. So we'll have a go at this, shall we? So now we can zoom in and have a little look at what's going on. And look, there you go. The first laobab was born. Oh, look, the fruits are appearing. The fruits are growing off of the trees. Oh, look at that. Or whatever they are. The arms aren't on that side. But never mind. Early access and all that kind of stuff. But fruit is growing off some. And that just grew. That just appeared from nowhere. And look, it's got a fruit. Okay, right. These things hopefully are working and it's spreading. Yeah, because that's a new one, isn't it? Oh, yes. Okay, right. It's working. Our plant is working. Oh, and then all of a sudden a lot of them have died. Oh dear. Okay, I imagine that speeds time on. So let's have a look. So millennia are passing on this little island and lots of our plants are growing. Now, we need to keep it alive for 100 years. I think we're looking pretty good to keep that alive for 100 years. We're at 77, 80 millennia. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. So it's going well. There we go. We have completed Lustrous Life. You have unlocked sculpting tools in the editor. Yay! Okay. Life comes in all shapes and sizes. Create a taller plant that can still survive. Okay. Make sure that one taller species survives a century. Okay, right. So time is paused. I assume that's pause, is it? Just there. Okay, can we go back into here then and start generating some more stuff? Mutate that one or from scratch. Okay, from scratch. Drag this dot. I was going to say, how do we make it taller? Hover over this dot and scroll. Okay. And then we've zoomed in a bit. Okay, hang on. Oh, yes. Hang on. Can we make a ludicrously tall plant? It doesn't look very strong around the base, does it? It doesn't. Oh, yes. Can we make a wibbly plant? Yes. Okay, hang on a minute. Can we drag that bit out that way? And that bit out that way? And that bit out that way? Yes, it's perfect. Okay, right. We'll have one of those. It's using a lot of energy. So now we need to stick quite a lot of these things onto it. Can obviously propagate across the lands and spread and reproduce and all that kind of stuff. So we'll drop a couple of fruit bits on it. Okay, one at the top as well. That's pretty good. And then I think we need some of these to generate some energy. Because at the moment we're using all our energy. We can't grow anything because we've got no means of actually attracting any sort of light. So there we go. So we put that in. And that's, we're using a tiny bit of energy. Right, we're going to need many of these things. Many of these leaves or branches or whatever they are. So there we go. So we'll put lots of these in. Oh my goodness me, it's going to need loads of these. Yeah, we're not going to grow any fruit. This tree is not going to survive. Right, hang on. Let's chuck as many of these on as we can. Because it might start generating a little bit of energy if we put enough of them on. No, there is a message there that says the plant is too large, it needs more water. And now we've got a thing over here with the roots. So we can expand the roots out a bit. There we go, look. So energy use, energy profit, because we've now got massive roots on this sort of tree thing we've designed. So there we go. So it's using half of its energy to grow 3 fruit, but it has quite a lot of energy left over, which is marvellous. It only needs a tiny bit. Okay, right, that looks fun. Let's put a few of these monstrosities down. So there we go. Drop one there, and one there, and one there, and one there, and one there. There we go. We'll just chuck a few round. I don't think we need loads. They do look very obscure. But okay, that's fine. I wonder if in later sort of bits we can change the colours. So we can have red wibbly trees and all that kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm ready. So let's give that a go. So now we want to make some taller species. Oh, the sky's got a lovely colour. Okay, right, move time on nice and fast because we're not really doing much else. So yeah, we'll just watch, see if our trees survive. And yes, they are. Look, now all the little ones have gone. All the little plants are dying out because now the bigger trees are taking over. All the taller trees are taking over. And time is passing and they're all falling down, all that kind of stuff. There are some of the littler ones, but I think the littler species is very much in the minority. Yay, we have unlocked branches. Oh, okay, they're not branches, they're just spines or something. Okay, doke, right, we've got branches, marvellous. So now we need to design a species with branches that's going to be around for 100 years. Okie doke. Okay, so we've got a number of branches here. So do we just tack them on? Oh, it looks enormous. Oh, look at that. It's beginning to look a bit like a tree. Oh, yes. Okay, right. We can make some very odd, obscure things here. Right, okay. So that can come out like that. Oh, yes, it does look very much like a tree, doesn't it? Okay, let's put one of them lower down. Maybe drag that out a bit. Okay, I like that. That's still going to need some other basic plant stuff, though. But now, can we hang fruit bits off of the arms? Oh, yes, we can. Okay, let's do that. Let's put the fruit bits there. So, yeah, it looks like it's got its arms growing the fruit at the end. Okay, I like that. What have we got? Energy use, energy profit needed for fruit. Right, so we're using all of our energy at the moment. So that's obviously not going to be much good. Can we expand the roots a little bit? Okay, the roots are big, so the plant needs more sunlight. So now we just need to slap some leaves on it and see how this goes. So, yeah, we just need to put some more stuff here. Let's see if we can do this. Yes, it needs more sunlight. Okay, so it's now able to catch more sun. Is that it? Sun caught, wind resistance, temperature resistance. I think that's just to do with these little spiky things. So let's just put some more of these on. Okay, it has many, many leaves upon it, which means we are generating enough energy to grow the 3 fruits, and it's got a little bit left over as well. Just in case something bad happens, it's got a little bit of backup energy. We can unlock stuff up here, it looks like, but I don't know how quite we unlock extra leaves. So this one here, required in parent species, that one, the leaf that we've already got, leads to some other stuff, sun caught. So yeah, I don't know quite how we unlock these extra leaf types, but whatever the case, this is done for now. So here we go. So this is a tree. It's got branches. So now we need to put this down. So I don't imagine it's going to be any taller than the other ones. So this is Wilry. So the Wilry plant. So we just chuck a couple of Wilry plants down and just see what happens. So yeah, we'll just throw maybe some around the edge as well. It's a little bit barren around the edges. So we'll put some down here, look. Oh, we can't go too close to the edge. Okay, then we'll just go dot, 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 dot. Dot a few around. Okay, now let's have a look and see what happens with the Wilry plant. So move time on. First Wilry was born. So this is encouraging. So they are surviving. Yep, and we can see them all. See, now look, now the Wilrys are taken over. And the other plants, whatever the other ones were, they are now being sort of, they're being got rid of off the planet. They're not really surviving anymore. Nothing is happening to them. Yes, look, something went extinct. You met the main objective for this scenario and have unlocked the next scenario. Okay, marvellous news. Okay, we can keep playing on that level. I don't really see the point because we can only do plant stuff. Okay, next scenario. What happens in this one? Scenario end goal. Make sure that one species with leaves survives a century at the highest peak before the year 1000. Oh, the highest peak. Oh, it was something to do with mountains, wasn't it? Okie doke. Okay, so at the highest peak. So it's going to need to attract a lot of light. So I'm going to say we make it tall. We expand the roots as big as they can be. And then we get... Oh, we can't have branches yet. I want to have branches. They're really useful. We can hang the fruits off them. Okay, let's chuck a few of these things on. So let's just go, all right, let's have some sort of little leaves sticking out. There we go. So how about 4 on that side? And then can we rotate it round a little bit? There we go. And then have 4 on this side, so the opposite side. So there we go. So 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 underneath. Okay, that's lovely. And then get ourselves some fruit. So we'll put the fruit, in the middle. That'll do. So it's going to grow 1 fruit. And I think we can probably put another one on the other side. There we go. We've got plenty of energy left. Yeah, that'll do. Let's have a go at that for now. I don't think we can do anything else with the roots or whatever, can we? Or we can just make them... Oh, we can make the roots absolutely huge. Oh, okay, right, fine. Let's go back up to the plant. Okay, let's see what we need to do here. Why is that pinging on and off? What is this telling me? Needs water at depth. Shallow or deep? Oh, there's a little sort of load of stats down here. Leaf temperature resistance, wind resistance, required soil softness, needs water at depth. Okay, I mean, can we make this deeper then? Deep. Needs water where it's deep. Okay, now if we're on top of a mountain, I imagine that's probably about right. Okay, let's just press a button and see what happens, because we don't really know what the level is yet. So it's not going to survive here because of the groundwater. Okay, so we might need to go and revise this a little bit. Hang on, can we go? Oh, we have to put it here. Can we not put it up on the top of the highest peak? Yes, it's not going to survive here, it says. There's not enough groundwater. I think the roots are too deep, I think. That's the impression I get. Can we put one up there? And the temperature's all wrong up there. The temperature is wrong up there. Okay, fine. So this isn't going to work, I don't think. Right, redesign this. Okay, click that. And then go to roots. And then just bring that up a bit. So at the moment it can grow like that. Is that going to be better? Yeah, okay, right. So some of them will work. Some of them will survive here, but not everywhere. So even in some places, it doesn't work. So for example, there's not enough groundwater, but there is. Okay, Joe, what? We'll just dot loads of them around. Dot, 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 dot. And we'll put some up there as well. We'll just sort of chuck loads of them around. If we put enough around of the Olea species, something's going to work, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm ready. Let's have a go and see what happens. A new button has appeared. What's that? Oh, it's an overlay type thing. Oh, that's quite useful. Shallow groundwater, deep groundwater, softness, temperature, and wind strength. Ah, overlays. Oh, I do like an overlay. Okay, fine. So that is the groundwater one. The other thing is, how do I turn the overlays off once I've put them on? I don't know. Okay, we're stuck in overlay mode. No, that's absolutely fine. Okay, what's that doing in the corner? What's that? What's that telling me? Oh, some of the plants are all bendy. Okay, right. Okay, speed time on. Let's have a look at what's happening. Are we going to survive for whatever, 100 years? So we've got the taller species. It's looking pretty good. They're looking pretty good for lasting 100 years, I would say. It seems to be going well thus far. Are we going to make it to 100 years? Yay! Right, okay. We've got branches. Okay, so now what do we need to do? We need to have leaved species active for at least 100 years at the highest peak. Okay, so on this big bit here, we need to make sure that we've got leaved species alive for 100 years. Okay, can we pause time for a second? Are we allowed to look at the highest point? Can we... Whoa, okay. Some crazy camera stuff going on. Can we look at the overlays for the highest point and just see what's happening here? So, deep groundwater, there is plenty. Softness is quite soft. Temperature-wise, it doesn't look overly warm up there. And it's going to be quite windy. Okay, right. So we need to design something that... Well, it needs big roots. I think that's fairly certain. So can we go to the roots, please? And can we just drag them down? So if we click that, yeah, deep water requirements are required. Yeah, there you go. Soil softness. Was it quite soft soil? I think it was quite soft. So yeah, deep water, because we're up on that high bit. The soil is okay. The leaf wind resistance is very good at the moment because we haven't got any. So, right, and then we need to put a tall thing with branches. Okay, right, here we go. So let's put a couple of branches on. So that one can go like that. And that one can go out like that. There you go. It looks like a sort of wavy arms person. Woo! Okay, and then we'll do that. So they can come out like that. And then we can have... the fruit can hang off those arm bits, because that's fun. So we'll do that and that. And then we'll get ourselves some... Oh, no, not those. Not those. Leaves. Lovely leaves. So we can generate some form of energy or whatever. So yeah, at the moment it needs more sunlight. So yeah, we've not got enough leaves on this gigantic plant. So again, let's just go and throw on quite a lot of leaves. Just hope that at some point it's got enough leaves on it for it to generate energy. Okay, there we go. It's sort of got a helicopter type thing at the top with these kind of crazy blade things up here, but that's fine. So I've had to expand the roots a little bit. It said, oh, it needs more water. So I've made the roots a bit bigger. So it should have enough water. It's got lots of energy. It's got a little bit left over. So let's give a go at this. Let's just have a little try and see if we can't make it survive up there. It's not going to survive up there at all, is it? It's got no chance of surviving anywhere up there. Okay, so what's the problem up here? Groundwater softness. Yeah, it's not going to survive there due to temperature and wind strength and groundwater and softness. So the Wumpai looks like it is not going to thrive overly well. Softness is okay. Softness is fine. Groundwater. Maybe the roots are just too deep. Maybe I've made the roots too big. I do not know. Okay, so groundwater and then wind strength and temperature as well. Okay, right. Maybe we need a bit of a redesign. Oh, there we go. This was more luck than judgment. So I tried a few things, tried a few different plants, and they didn't work. I couldn't kind of get the water right, so the water level wasn't right. And I couldn't get the temperature resistance right either. It just didn't seem to work. So instead of creating a new plant, I thought, well, okay, then what does this do? There's a mutate button in the corner. So I thought, well, I'll try that. And it has opened up this panel just here. So new body parts have been unlocked. You're off the first time mutating a plant with those little leaves, which can evolve into the fancier big leaves. Okay, so now we've got these leaves, which presumably have a bit of a better temperature resistance and wind resistance and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so if we put some of these on, these sort of spikier looking leaves. Yeah, okay, there we go. So let's put a few of these on and then let's see what happens. So if we go down to here, so our leaf wind resistance is okay. So if we just go, yes, we're ready. What happens with that then? So it's going to thrive down here. It's going to be fine down there. What about if we go up to the top over here? It is going to be okay for wind strength in a few, but there is no groundwater. Yeah, so we need to make the roots a bit deeper, I think. And it's still not very temperature resistant. Okay. I'm a little bit confused as to what we're supposed to do. Right, what if we just put loads of them down there? Can we just do that? Just put loads of them down there and go, okay. Right, and move them on and see if the Vadoos do quite well. So hopefully the Vadoos will thrive. I don't really know, but yeah, we're running out of time to do certain things. So, again, now that looks like are they the Vadoos? Is that a Vadoo? Vadoo went extinct. Okay, right, it's going really well then. There is a plant growing down the side there. That's quite encouraging. And, quite like that, you can see the roots coming out of the side of the sort of the rock here, or the earth, or whatever it is. That's quite a nice touch. But yeah, so they are growing. Okay, right. Back to the drawing board, I think. So what we did was we went to mutate. So yeah, so the Vadoos did not work. The Vadoo, just died. It was terrible. It was all sorts of awful. Let's go for this, shall we? 10 natural, none recently introduced, but let's go for this. Let's I don't know, mutate the lally plant and see what we can do with that. Okay, so we've got the Bilala species, which is slightly different to the other one in that it's got a branch on it with some of the new sort of leaves and it's got slightly shallower roots. So it's okay if we put it down here. It's all sorts of fine. So we could just put loads of them down in this area and, or maybe not up there. It doesn't like it on that hill bit because it's not got enough water. We could put loads of them down here, so they'll be fine down there. But up here, it's not happy because of temperature. Also, it's gone very white. Did we just end up in a cloud? Okay, fine. So, yeah, we've got wind strength up here. They're okay in some places where the wind isn't so strong. But the temperature is cold up there. So it's like minus 21 degrees C, minus 19. And I don't know how we can survive that level of temperature. I'm not really sure how it works. Do you know, we've put loads of those Bilala plants around. Let's just see what happens, shall we? So these ones will probably die out. So the first Bilala was born. Those ones, yeah, have all died because of the cold and possibly the wind. So the ones down here will be fine. So I wonder if we're supposed to just keep mutating things as we go. What's that? Species and health? Oh, okay, right. So yeah, also there's going to be some unhealthy ones as they get older and start dying and what have you. Okay, so what did we put in? The Bilala, so the green ones. Lally went extinct because there's not enough space to grow. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need those. We're all about the Bilalas at the minute. So, okay. So the Bilalas are also looking not well. The Bilalas are going to go. Yeah, the Bilalas have gone. So the Olias, the Wumpis have gone and the Bilalas have gone. Right, so it's the Olias. The Olias seem to be the dominant species at the moment. Maybe we need to go and amend ourselves an Olia plant. Okay, I think I've worked out what we need to do. So we've got ourselves this leaf here. This leaf here has a temperature resistance of minus 10 degrees C up to 20 degrees C. That's not going to be good enough for when we stick it on the top of that mountainy thing because that requires minus sort of 20 degrees C resistance. And all these other leaves are not good enough except this one here. That has a temperature resistance of minus 30 degrees C to plus 30 degrees C. So we need to get that unlocked. And the thing is, I'm not entirely sure how we go about doing that. So what we'll do is, we'll just put lots of these ones down, the whalers. We'll just chuck a load of these down and just see whether they survive or not. So we'll put lots in. Oh, the groundwater is becoming a bit of an issue for those ones. We'll just chuck a load of them down and just see what happens. We'll just press enough buttons. We'll see if the whaler actually works. Although it doesn't look like they're going to work up there very well because there's not enough groundwater, possibly. I don't really know. But okay, we'll just chuck a load of them in. Okay, yeah, okay, fine. We'll see what happens there. Yes, please move time on. So now if we mutate a whaler, does that allow us to do this? There we go. You are, for the first time, mutating a plant with those things, which can evolve into those leaves and those leaves. Okay. Right, here we go. This should allow us to get some temperature resistance on. So, can we remove those leaves? Yeah, okay. So get rid of these inferior leaves. Away with you, inferior leaves. And now we can put on these hardier leaves. Oh, look at that. They look kind of spiky. But okay, right. So we'll put a few of these on. So yeah, we're going to need quite a lot of these, I imagine. So let's just put them wherever they can fit. Now that is okay at the moment, actually. That seems to be okay. So let's just have a go at this. So let's just put a couple more on. So how are we for temperature resistance? So yeah, pretty good temperature resistance. Water. Are these going to be all right with those roots up on that sort of high up bit? Let's try that, shall we? Okay, right. Let's give that a go. So let's give the Lauri plant a go. So is this going to be right up here? Hang on, keep going. Okay, it's okay for temperature. It's okay for wind strength. Groundwater is an issue. It's not going to survive. Okay, right. Let's go back and tinker with the roots until it's got enough water. There we go. So we should be able to put quite a lot of Wungapobs up here, which is a wonderful name. I wonder if there is really a tree called the Wungampob tree. But okay, so let's put a load of those on. And yeah, they can fight for space up there on this sort of high up bit. But there we go. Right, so we'll chuck a few of those on. I am ready. Let's now see if they do well. So the first one was born and they're not dying out up on the top here. So yeah, there we go. Right, we've nailed it. So you have to go through and mutate things. Now, yeah, the game, obviously it's early access. It doesn't explicitly tell you that. It doesn't say, now you can go and mutate things and then you unlock extra bits. It doesn't really tell you that. So it would have been quite handy for the game to have directed us in that way. But never mind. Right, we've met the main objective for this scenario and have unlocked the next scenario. Marvellous. Okay, onwards and upwards. Make sure that 2 animal species survive a century before the year 1500. Animals. We get to design animals now as well as plants. We get to muck about with animals. Okay. So we've got a thing flashing on and off down here now. So what do I do if I click this? What's that? That just makes it look terrible and drab. Okay. I don't really know what the point of that is. And hang on, what? I'm very confused. Why has it told us to do that? I don't really know what that's telling us to do. Okay, can we just grow a little plant with a fruit on it and see what happens? I've got a thing here and I don't know what that is. What is this button here telling me? Okay, the view has gone a little bit strange. Early access and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's not kind of pushed us back up to look at the main bit of the plant. I can't kind of get up to look at it. But rest assured, it has a big branch. It's got leaves. It's got a fruit thing on it. I don't know what that's supposed to be doing. I don't really understand what that is. It turns off that bit. It turns off the main sort of stump bit, the whatever it is, the stalk. I don't really know what that's doing. But okay, I'll just say let's go. And we'll see what happens. So, what have we got to do? We've got to put some stuff down. Okay, looks like a very nice little sort of island. So, where are the animals? Now, I assume we designed the creatures. So, this is the Wumgari plant. So, we can put some Wumgaris down. They look very lovely. Look like little sort of old-style television aerials sort of thing. Okay, so we just put a load of them down. That's fine. Can we put them up anywhere else? No. Okay, so we'll put them there. Okay, I am ready. Milestone, vibrant variety. Branches provide some more space for body parts. Yes, once your plant with branches survives, you are ready for animals. Oh my goodness me. So 1 species with branches surviving a century, and then we unlock the animal editor. I think these guys will survive an easy century. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Yeah. Ooh. However, no, not quite as easy as I thought. They're getting weaker and weaker as it goes on. Ooh. Okay. I wonder why. They're only just surviving. They're just scraping by. But it's fine. It's fine. Look, they're still surviving. Species with branches are still here. And there we go. The animal editor is unlocked. Create an animal that can survive on your lands without any help. Make sure it has enough to eat. Okay. So if we do this, make sure that 1 animal survives a century, we unlock ears and eyes. Okay. Right. So let's go to here. And let's design us a creature. Oh my goodness me. It's just a sort of a blob. It's just a sort of a formless mass at the moment. Okay, what's that? Are they little legs? Oh, they're lovely little legs. Oh, look at that. That's brilliant. Can he have some at the front as well? Oh, yes. I mean, I don't know which. Is that its front? I don't really know. I don't know. And then it needs a mouth of some sort. Like that. There we go. I like that. There we go. So that'll do. Can we make it not that colour? Oh, yes, we can change the colour. Let's make it that colour. Okay, right. I don't really know what I'm doing with this. We've made a thing. We've made a little kind of, I don't know, what colour is that? Sort of like a lilac kind of thing with a little mouth, but it's got no eyes and no ears. Okay, right. I'm ready, I think. So do we want to just put a couple of these down? So this is a species of, this is called Zava. Okay. So, all right, I'm ready. So are they going to go and do some stuff? Are they going to go and eat the plants? There are 5 Zavers alive right now. Oh, and look, they're sort of... they're very slowly sort of going toward the plants. I assume they're eating the plants when they do that, are they? Okay. There's still 5 of them alive. This is good. I'm more worried about the plants dying out, to be completely honest. But okay. Right, they're eating the plants. They're still alive. That one might possibly go for a swim at some point. Can it swim? I have no idea. I don't know if it can swim or not. But both the plants are alive. Oh no, there's only one of them left. Oh no, this one's got to survive for many, many millennia. Oh dear. Are you going to die out, little plant? Little creature, sorry. No. You seem to be doing okay. You've eaten a plant. Okay, we've unlocked our ears and eyes. That might be quite helpful, I imagine. Okay, right. Well, let's mutate this thing. And let's give it some eyes and some ears. We're mutating an animal with that. It can mutate it into whatever that is. What is that? Oh, it's got little toes. Oh, okay, that might be quite handy, mightn't it? Okay, can we put it there? There? No, not there. Oh, okay, fine. it can look like that. It's all good. How do we overwrite the... Can we just get rid of those ones and put those ones back on? There we go. And then that's a mouth. So now we can have a mouth with teeth, I assume. So it's got a couple of teeth. Yes. Okay, you funny little thing. And then, what's that? That's ears. Okay. So how can we drag an ear onto this thing? It doesn't really have a head as such, does it? How do we drag an ear on? I think I may have had it backwards. I think it might have been trying to eat using its bottom, because I think this is the front. Because if we go down to here, we can drag the eyes onto this front bit, I believe. I think that's what we can do. So yeah, we can put the eyes... I mean, are those eyes the right way round? I'm not entirely sure. I don't really know what's going on with this. And then this thing, I don't know where these are supposed to fit. I mean, can we put it... Where can we put these? They're like ears, but whenever I try and drag them over, it doesn't sort of snap to anything. So I'm not really sure what we can do with this. We can give it... Oh, it's got a weird sort of snouty thing going on. Oh, we can put... We've got its ears on its snout. Okay, right. It still needs a mouth, though, now. Put the mouth... Yes, this is the best creature. And then put the eye... Oh, no, there the ears. Hang on. Eyes. Put the eyes on... Yeah, put the eyes there. I don't know if they're facing the right way around or not. I'm not entirely sure. I think the eyes might be facing that way. The animal's feet do not touch the ground. Oh, okay. New instincts. Oh, this is very exciting. I don't even know what this is. If you see the colour green, then go toward it. Yes, go and eat the plants. Go and eat the plants, please. Yes, we will do that. The animal's feet don't touch the ground. That could be a bit of an issue. Right, hang on. How do we sort that out then? I am not sure what I have done here, but it's probably not going to be very helpful for our poor little creature. How do we bring that back down? Can we do... Aha, right, there we go. And it's ready. So as long as one pair of feet touches the ground, it's all fine. Okay, can we bring that down as near as it can be so the feet are touching the ground at the back there? And there we go. Right, okay. Let's give this weird looking thing a go. So, right, so let's put it... They're just vanishing immediately into nothingness. Why are they just sort of imploding into light? Yeah, that can't be a good sign, can it? Why is that not working? What's wrong with my poor little creatures? So the walling just didn't work. I'm not entirely sure why it didn't work. It just didn't even land on the ground. It just sort of exploded. So we'll have to go and redesign that. So let's use this as a template. We might be able to unlock something else, possibly. I don't know. So yeah, this really didn't work, did it? That really did not work. So, okay, let's have a little muck about then. So yeah, the eyes... maybe that is the right way round. Okay, right. Maybe I was trying to fit its eyes and stuff onto its bottom that time round. Okay, right. Let's rebuild our little creature and see if this attempt works. Okay, there we go. That looks much better. So mouth, eyes, ears in its stomach, but never mind. That's all fine. It's got a little tail. It's got the fancy feet and they're on the floor. I've changed its colour as well so we can identify it at range from the current creature that's there. So I think let's give this one a go. Let's see if anything happens with this one. Or is this one also just going to implode on impact as we get to the ground? Although the game is lagging a little bit now, isn't it? It is struggling to cope with whatever's going on. Plus, don't have the creature on the thing to click to put it down. Okay, right, hang on a minute. How do we put down a creature once you've actually lost it off the focus of the thing? Yeah, okay, right. The game's going a little bit, it's having a little bit of a moment. Early access. Maybe I will restart it and we'll have another go at this. Okay, the game just was not happy at all. I had to restart the whole game and then restart the scenario level as well. But that wasn't too bad. So there's a lot more plants now on the island. There are a lot more things for you folks to eat. And we've got back to the point where we have created this creature here. So it's got the eyes and the mouth and the ears and all that kind of stuff. So now let's see if this works properly. There we go. That looks much better. Yeah, the game just had a little bit of a wobble. But yeah, early access, this sort of stuff. Yeah, that's what we come to expect and know and love. Okay, now it does appear to have not actually created the body of these creatures. It's just created the eyes and the mouth. Okay, we'll see how this goes for the Buson, because if the Buson have been created without a body, that could possibly be a bit of an issue for them. Yeah, that's not that's not going well for the Busons, is it? The Busons, oh no, they are moving. Okay. It's some whatever it is, ears, eyes, and a mouth, just sort of moving around, eating our lovely plants. So they're eating the fruit off the plants. That tree is falling over. So now we've got a mixture of these two animal species. So what have we got to do? What's our actual goal? Animal species alive for 100 years. So yeah, we've had one alive for 100 years, the original little ones, whatever they're called. Can we get the thing on there? Species. So what were they called? Those ones there, were they? The Verlings and then the Busons. So the Verlings have been around for a while. So now it's just the Busons that need to survive for a while. Ah, dearie me. Okay, fine. Right, how do we come out of that? Oh, crikey. All sorts of mad stuff has happened. Right, okay. I believe, is that supposed to be their bodies? Okay, right. Yeah, okay. Early access. Everything is fine. And there we go. They survived long enough for us to complete the scenario. So we can go on to the next one. A meteorite will hit your world in the year 500. Make sure that one animal species is still alive in the year 750. That is not a very good outlook for life, is it? A meteorite is going to crash into the planet in the year 500. Okay, right, and then we're back to the very basics again. So when we start the new scenario levels, everything is back to basics. We've got nothing fancy unlocked apart from some branches, which I don't think we had on the very first one. So, right, let's make ourselves a very basic little plant. There we go, to a little plant. It's got the branch, it's got some fruit, it's got a slightly bigger root system. So, okay, so I'm happy with that. So what world are we in? What does it look like? Oh, it's got a little running sort of river thing coming out of the mountain. Okay, that's quite nice. Now, the ground is too soft in some areas. Over here, it looked fine, however. So we may have to put the Wumdababs, which is, again, a brilliant name. It might have to come over here. Okay, it looks like, yeah, there's a lot of nice area over here for the Wundababs. So let's get the Wundababs in and put lots of these in, and then we'll have to evolve these and get all the other stuff done. And we know the drills, we'll have to evolve them, get the extra sort of tough branches and all that kind of stuff. Oh no, we can create an animal straight away. Okay, so we don't have to actually wait for that to happen. We can just build an animal. Okay, it'll be a very basic one. So let's go and do what we did last time. Or we could create something entirely obscure looking. So I dragged the body out. We've put some little legs there, some little legs there. And when I went to try and drag the mouth onto the end, as would make sense, you know, with the one mouth, it put the mouths, yes, plural, on the sides of what I assume it's going to be its head at some point in the future. So you know, here it's got two mouths. Let's see if this thing goes very well. I mean, I don't know how this is going to function, but okay, let's give it a go, shall we? So we have many of these. They are going to need some food. So let's just sort of drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put 6 of those in. So 6 wallings. Okay, we are ready to go. So let's see what happens. So what do we need to do? What's our current goal? An animal species needs to be active in the year 750. And that is it. There is nothing more to it than that. Okay, so let's just move time on a little bit. Let's see if all these things can survive. Okay, so they're okay. They are surviving. They're able to live. Can we get to, say, the year, I don't know, 50, the 50th millennia before we start tinkering with things? Yeah, everything is looking pretty good. Okay, so now let's go and mutate some things. Let's go and mutate a Wumdabab and make it possibly a bit taller and a bit hardier. Okay, many Dewuzias have been placed. They're not too different to the other ones. They're not too different to the original ones, but they have got a few more sort of hardier bits, and they've got a bigger branch, and they've got some more of the fancy leaves. And then I think we need to leave those to run along for a bit. So let's just run time on until, I don't know, maybe the 100th millennium or something to see what happens. Yeah, that's all gone quite wrong, hasn't it? Ah, there we go. No, the plant's still surviving. This is all good. Ah, we have unlocked eyes and ears. Marvellous. Okay, that will help a great deal. So now let's go and mutate one of those. And let's go and get ourselves a new creature with eyes and ears. Okay, so now we've ended up with this kind of obscure creation with the eyes and the ears that are in its body, like we saw previously. But now its mouths are on either side of its head, underneath its eyes. So let's see if this one can actually function. So let's have a go with this one. Okay, no trees over there. Now we could do with getting some trees that can survive in a slightly sort of hardier landscape. Because over there, the ground is not very soft. It's quite a hard ground. So, yeah, we can't plant those trees over there because they will die out because the ground is too hard. So at some point we could do with maybe trying to get us a plant that could survive on that harder ground. But okay, right, I am ready. Let's give this a go. So 1 out of 1 animal species active. It is the year 750. Okay, so that's it. We just now need to get to the year 750. But at some point in the year 500, a big meteor is going to come and smash into us. Which does not sound ideal, does it? Oh, they're jumping up and down. Yay! So here's the inferior ones. Here are the ones that are going to die out because, evolution is coming. And here are the new, shiny, exciting ones that don't seem to be moving at all. You guys aren't very mobile. Yeah, the old guy. Oh, no, there you are. Right, you finally figured out how to move your legs and stuff. Okie doke. Right, well done. Well done, you guys. Oh, I've realised what this toggle does. Ah, that's very useful. So, this toggle here, when you leave it on, everything is green. When you turn it off, this bit goes grey, but other bits remain green. And that's because toggling it this way makes the stem inedible. So essentially, this is now a tree rather than a little sort of plant. So I've put a couple of things down here. So we've got some fruit that grows off the bottom of the plant and a fruit that continues to grow off the top of the plant. And then also the creatures can't eat this bit. This is wood, which I kind of guess what this is supposed to represent, a sort of a wooden outer bit to it. So it's got, bark and stuff. So they can't necessarily eat this. So this plant will remain, but it needs to drop quite a bit of fruit. So I've put 2 down there, which is quite low, so they can reach that. That one will hopefully fall down, I imagine. I don't really know how it works. But now they do need some extra leaves and things. So, yeah, let's put some more leaves on, look. And we've got these big leaves now as well. We can put the big, hardy leaves on, which is very good. So, yeah, let's chuck a couple of these nice big leaves on, just so it generates enough light to actually generate some fruit. So at the moment, it's only generating 1 fruit. So, yeah, okay, right, more leaves required. Okay, more leaves were required, as was an expansion to the root system. But okay, right, so now we've got this thing. So, yeah, look, there we go. Like, it's a tree. Okay, right, this is marvellous. So now, if we just put down a few of these, they should hopefully be able to keep generating fruit to keep our creatures alive, but they will stick around, I guess. And I don't know, will they die out because of other conditions? I don't know. I mean, they'll get old and stuff. They'll just die of age, I imagine. So if we just put quite a few of those around, like that. Okay, let's see what happens with that. Let's see if that helps in any way, shape or form. There are 15 Weedles alive right now. Oh, is that what they were called? A Weedle. Okay, sounds familiar, but okie doke. There we go. So Dewoozias have gone extinct. So the Dewoozias have gone. But then look, all these other ones are coming through and they've got lovely leaves and the animals are eating the fruits off them, I would hope. Although it does look like the creature... Oh, no, they're not dying out. They're not dying out. There's plenty of creatures. Although not many with the eyes. A lot of the very basic ones are surviving. But the ones with the eyes are seemingly not. Okay, right. Do we need to make them a little bit more mobile, perhaps? Okay, because we're mutating something a second time, we can have some exciting new features. We've got things like these. Little tiny stumpy legs. Look, it's going to look like a dinosaur. This is brilliant. Okay, right. We need to bring that down ever so slightly so it's on the ground. The animal's feet do not touch the ground. Yeah, there we go. So it can have a tail, so that can be its tail. And now it needs other stuff. But look, it's got little kind of feet. This is brilliant. Okay, right. It needs a mouth. We can have a variety of mouths. I think let's have a mouth with with teeth. So let's put it. Oh crikey. Okay, right. Hang on a minute. I want to put it at the end. Is it going to work like that? Can we have there? Hang on. Right. It must fit there. So there we go. So it's got it's got teeth. That is terrifying. It's got ears, and it can have some different eyes. Can it now? Oh, okay, right. Yeah, that is a very odd looking thing right there. Let's change its colour. Let's make it that colour. Okay, right. So we've got a creature thing, and let's see how that one fares. They are hugely more mobile than the other ones. Of course they are, because they've got lovely little stumpy legs and a big tail to help them balance. So yeah, they seem to be doing quite well. They're doing quite well for themselves indeed. Okay, that's good. And, hang on, are they little... are they breeding? Because look, they look like baby ones. So yes, they must be breeding as well, which is excellent. So there we go. So little baby ones of those are being born, which is excellent news. And what were they called again? What were they called, the new ones? Callings, I think, or Kalings, possibly. Okay, that's good. All right, they're in. How do I turn this off again? Turn species off. Okay, so lots of plants going on. This is good. That seems to be able to keep the Kalings alive. So now I think we're halfway through toward getting the sort of meteor come and blast us into oblivion. So are these guys going to be enough? Are these guys going to be okay? Weedles went extinct because it did not eat enough. Indeed. I'm very impressed with the hardiness of this one just here. You are one of the basic creatures, yet you're still there. You haven't got any eyes or ears, yet you are still around the place. Well done. That is very good. I admire your perseverance. And we're mutating one of the trees, and we have unlocked all of the different leaf types. So yes, we can have all these different ones. So that's very resistant to wind. That one catches a lot of sun. That one's not actually that brilliant. That's sort of a middling one. So yeah, that one there catches a lot of sun. Let's have that look. So we'll chuck a couple of these leaves on. We'll get ourselves a whole brand new exciting tree. So the Walling, which was the original creature that we created, the one with the no eyes and the no ears and all that kind of stuff, that has eventually died out, which is no great surprise. But these things are going great guns. These things here, there's an awful lot of them. And we've created these new trees. The new tree should hopefully be enough to feed them. But yeah, there's a lot of them. They have bred very, very successfully indeed. I'm a little bit worried that they might run out of food, possibly, because there's quite a lot of them and maybe not enough trees. I mean, I am trying to plant some more. We planted quite a lot of them. I mean, it's these big trees here as well, so they've got extra fruit on and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's just an awful lot of these creatures here. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully they will have enough food to survive until at least the year 500. And we have been able to create this slightly disturbing looking creature just here. So yeah, it's got the mouth with the teeth, but it's got some proper eyes and it's got little pointy ears and it's got better feet as well. So it's quieter and quicker, I believe, at moving around. So let's give this a slightly different colour. So there we go. So let's introduce this in as well. Now, I don't know how many of these to introduce. The Talox. Okay, I mean, there's a lot of the other ones. So, I mean, do we just put, what, I don't know, sort of a smattering in like that and just see what happens? Okay, so Talox, let's see how you do. There's 11 Taloxes alive right now. Now, there's an awful lot of the other ones. So there might be some sort of competition for food. However, the thing is going to happen. The meteor is going to hit us at some point very soon. I kind of feel like maybe we should have put some stuff over here as well, but never mind. So here we go. Right, so what year are we on? 498. 499. So a meteor is going to crash into us. Boom. So there goes a meteor. Only 30% of the sunlight reaches the soil. Oh dear. And now we can't change anything. We can't do anything. We now have to see if we can survive the next, what was it, 250 millennia with these plants. Oh dear. Talox went extinct. Oh, and all the trees have died already. Look, all the trees have died. I mean, you can eat each other. There's plenty of these. But yes, all the trees have gone because they did not get enough sunlight. So yeah, now it would have been useful to know that that was going to happen when the meteor crashed into us, because I thought it was going to land in us and kind of kill a lot of the population directly by, squashing them by its big sort of rocky self. But no, obviously it's affected the sunlight. So had I known that, we could have built trees that would have been able to get a lot of sunlight and keep a lot of sunlight and, make sure that they extracted the most out of what little sunlight there was. But unfortunately, it's not going to work. I think these are all going to die out very, very soon indeed, because there's just nothing to eat and we can't put any back down. Unless just by virtue of sheer numbers we manage to make it to the 750th millennia. I don't think that would be very sensible, however. That's surely not going to happen, is it? I mean, we're on 630 and there's a few of them around, but no, I think it is all over. Oh, and the last few are just sort of kicking about. Well, we nearly got there, look. We nearly got there. And it's all over. It's all gone. And yeah, look at that. The sky is covered in ash and soot and darkness and all that kind of stuff. And all life is gone. Ah, you pesky meteor. Okay, so I have had another attempt and we've got these trees in. Look, so these trees are very tall and they are covered in lots and lots of leaves. So they should be able to get a little bit of sunlight that is available once the meteor hits. Okay, so down comes the meteor. 30% of the sunlight now reaches the soil. These trees have got lots of leaves, so hopefully they will be able to catch the sunlight and what limited sunlight there now is. And we've got lots of these little fellas. I can't remember what they're called. What are you called? Can't remember. You're a Sholo. So you're 30 days old. Okay, so that's lovely. I didn't know you could click on them and go into them. That's quite fun. You can even click and look at the trees. So we've got the Lagaba trees, which will hopefully keep everything going. Hopefully that will keep everything alive. There's the pesky meteor that's come in and ruined everything. There's quite a lot of stuff going on over here, but I don't expect that they will survive. I think those plants will die out and all those creatures will die out relatively soon. Yeah, all the plants have gone on that side. So yeah, all those things are going to die. There's an awful lot of creatures over there. That's a bit of a shame. But over this side is where it's at. And these things seem okay. The plants are okay and the creatures are okay. So now we can't do anything. So it's a case of, oh, all the creatures have just died. Oh, okay. Why did they just die out? There's loads of food. Okay, the camera angle is going a little bit weird, but okay. There's lots and lots of food over there. So now the trees are going to survive, but the animals are not going to. Oh, well, that's just gone all sorts of wrong, hasn't it? Yeah, they've got lots of fruit on these trees and things. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. That didn't work either then. So unless by some great, amazing miracle, all this lot survive for another, 200 millennia, which is unlikely, then we will win. But I don't think that we are going to see victory this time round either. Because, yeah, these guys can't get over the river and they're just going to die. Yeah, these guys are all dying. Oh, no. That's very unfortunate. Can you just waddle through the water and go and eat lots of the lovely plants that are on the other side of the river? Because there's all sorts of delicious trees over that way, wherever it is. Over there, look. There's loads and loads of stuff over there. But alas, no, it has all gone wrong a second time. Ah, well, there we go. Never mind. The last level of the campaign with the pesky asteroid will continue to elude us, but not to worry. And I think you've seen enough of the Sapling to kind of get a picture of what it's all about and how it all works. And I think it's a very interesting, enjoyable game. It was a lot of fun to play. It's good fun mucking about with the plants. You create some very silly looking things, and you can create some great looking creatures as well, with kind of big ears and great big googly eyes. And they can walk around on 2 legs or 4 legs or however you want to do it. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a very interesting concept. And given that it's only in early access, they can then develop that sort of the evolution, sort of evolving side of the plants and the creatures. And yeah, I'm intrigued to see where it goes. There's clearly a few things that need ironing out with it. Early access, it's all fine. But yes, we had a bug in the middle. We had to restart. And then sometimes the camera angle does sort of fly about a bit all over the place and it's a little bit sort of fussy. But yeah, overall, that was very, very good. And I enjoyed that a lot. So again, thank you, developer, for letting us play that a little bit early. But I think we shall wrap things up for now. Hopefully you have enjoyed this little look at the Sapling. If you have, then please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other stuff that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time.